So very briefly, I went to. I'm original from Puerto Rico, so I decided to go to school in the States. So I went to school in Boston to Bentley University. Uh, During my time at Bentley, it was obviously a big change coming from an island with a completely different vibe and completely different. Even the climate is completely different. I went to school in the Northeast. I was living in the Caribbean all my life, so it was starting the change and just getting everything together, meeting new people from everywhere in the world. So basically, I started as a economics and finance major during my time in Bentley. So I started taking all my courses and getting to know a little bit more about career development, what that entails, what the actual workforce looks like. And I really tried to engage with my friends in career fairs like this one, just to hear people's experiences, what they did, what their actual day-to-day looks like. And as I went through my initial classes, I kind of discovered that even though I like the finance part and I've done finance a lot through my career, I fell in love with marketing and just how to engage and how to really understand how to market a product and go to market. So that's a little bit of how I got involved in marketing. My school and my friends were really, really keen on having internships during the summer, so that really helped push me to start going out there into the workforce, just preparing a resume, soliciting internships on the web, just looking for opportunities. So I got my first opportunity on Microsoft, where I did business development and product development, which was a great experience because coming from college, you have all the theory or most of the theory, but you don't really know what the day-to-day is like or what you expect when you get to work. And let me just tell you that it was frightening, but it was completely different from what I had in my mind. So it's a lot of collaboration. You always have senior people that kind of guide you through, and then you start to learn a little bit more about the roles within the companies and what they do, what the real title entails. So analyst, so that's a pretty generic job title, and it can mean a million things, and depending on your industry, the company you're working for. So you kind of get a sense of how it works, and you gain experience. So how to engage customers, how to prepare a sales presentation, how to communicate with your seniors, how to communicate with the ELT, with the executive leadership team. So those are the things that really internships are really valuable for. So you get firstly hand-on experience on how the actual market is like, and then you get experience of how to network, how to develop yourself on the workspace, and it's super interesting just being this 19-20-year-old kid off from college working with these people have been in the industry for 20-something years. And you just learn to work what you like, what you can see yourself doing. So after my first internship, I went back to school, obviously, and I managed to get another internship on Mars, the chocolate company. So I thought at the beginning that Mars was like this huge, we all know the brands, M&M's, Snickers, like candy company. But it was so much more than that. They do pet. They're huge into pet, and I got an internship there, and I really got to manage the distribution channels and the supply chain, and how every single person in the ecosystem is so important to making any product work. So that was just a great experience. And after that, I graduated college. I was a little bit confused on what to do. I have been living about 4 to 5 years in the States. I didn't know if I want to come back home or I want to keep living in the States and just find a job there. So I had a couple of applications already sent out. So I decided to take a couple of weeks just to relax. I worked all of my summers during school, so I decided to take a few days, come back to Puerto Rico and just be with my family, go to the beach, and just kind of relax for a bit. And I actually got a call from the biggest bank here in the island. It's called Banco Popular de Puerto Rico. It's a pretty big institution. 125 plus years of history here in the island doing business. So I actually got an interview with them. I went there. I was interested on the position. So that's how I got my first real job experience or full-time job experience, not as an intern. So actually, it came through a friend. So a friend referred me to the position. She said, I know this guy from school. He's a friend. He's good. I think he'll make a good match. So that really goes to show the power of networking and the impressions you make when you meet people, and how your bandwidth of the network you have really starts to grow as you attend these types of talks. And school, if you have a guest speaker on one of your classes, it's really good to go present yourself, try to get some information, maybe shoot a nice email like, hey, it was great talking to you. And that's sort of my advice always, is just try to make the most out of every experience and every opportunity. I feel like colleges nowadays are very good at presenting and having speakers that show you and kind of showcase what the workplace is. And I think those are great opportunities to sort of, get to know a little bit more about what they do and what can you do on the workplace. Currently, I'm a senior account manager at Mastercard, so I manage basically all of the relationship with one of our biggest customers here in the island. So that entails P&L management, sales, reporting. So I kind of do a little bit of everything. So I do financial modeling, I do presentations, day-to-day communications with the client, engagements, and obviously the negotiating part, which is the fun part. As any people interested in sales will tell you, that's where you get your real hands-on experience. And it's if you like sales and you like engaging with other people, it's very interesting just how the whole sales process develops, and as you gain experience, how you can more or less navigate through the deals.